What's going on, world? So I didn't able to get to this article as soon as I wanted to because last night was just insane. Oh my God, let me tell y'all. Not for too long though. I'll just give you quick details. So I've been dealing with like a wisdom tooth that I never took out, and the pain just started to get really bad. So I had to get like clove for natural remedies, ginger, all sorts of other things. Then I got some Tylenol. My body hasn't been used to that. I guess I probably took a little bit more along with some other stuff. Ended up going into some crazy attack around 3 in the morning. It was nuts. I almost felt like it was like freaking supernatural, shaking and going in and out of reality. It was bad. I had to check in right here, get a shot in my behind, which was not fun. Get some antibiotics, all that. So yeah, I'm a little bit late on this, and I still gotta rest more. But oh man, that was terrible. That caught me off guard. Like it was like a combination of I can't just say it was just tremors because I was like no because what happened to you was more than that. It's just weird, like crazy experience. I'm just glad I recovered. Now I got a dentist appointment this weekend. I got to get that taken out. Like I said, just too much of the other medication just caused something bad to go on. But let's get back to this. Just to update y'all on that. That's why I've been on and off on certain videos. Assassin's Creed Shadows will now release February 14, 2025. Ubisoft finally does something um, positive to the extent, but if you're not changing the problems of the game, you're just delaying it to polish it. You still have so much to show us that we haven't seen. I think this is a wise idea. It's the best move you made lately with your ridiculous, infamous track record. So go in here to read this. By the way, guys, we appreciate the like and subscribe. I'm going to be continuing this all the way till February, it seems now. Of course, there's a lot of other topics I'll be covering too, a lot of gaming content streaming, but I haven't been able to do that because I've been dealing with this for the past 5 days. And yeah, it's been insane. Like I said, along with that other crap. Dear players, Assassin's Creed Shadows is a dream project for us. Finally bringing the series to feudal Japan. I don't know about that. With many features developed with our community in mind, I'd say a DEI Japan, such as Parker or the renewed stealth, brought by new technology that should happen in next gen, all set in a beautiful and immersive world. That's just sugarcoatedness. This is an ambitious addition to the franchise. We'll see about that. So far, no. A rich experience that can be lived through the eyes of two unique protagonists. See, why are you doing this? It's not, it's wrong. But we realize we need more time to polish and refine the experience. I'm not as energetic as I used to, y'all. Like I said, this has been hell. It's went to my red eyes, all types of stuff, just terrible stuff. But you ain't taking me down. Pushing further some of our key futures. As such, we've made the decision to postpone the release date to February 14th, 2025. So, we're in September right now, about to get in October. So we got October, November, December, January, February, 5 months of development time. That's still a lot of time. Let's see what they're going to do. We understand this decision will come as disappointing news. No, it's not. Who was looking forward to this game besides people who were brainwashed and people who just don't know what the hell is really going on or are not educated enough, besides the people who just are not really knowing what the hell is going on. Definitely if you're in school and you just don't have the mindset to look into other stuff, you just go by local stuff and you know what I mean? They may not know, but this is not disappointing news. This is positive. Especially to those who've been waiting patiently for an Assassin's Creed game inspired by feudal Japan. Yeah, if you would have done that, but really? Come on, man. Get out of here. But we sincerely believe this is the best interest of the game and ultimately your experience as a player. There's a lot more than that you're going to have to do. So you're going to have to double down and crunch. Rest assured, we are looking forward to the moment you will embark on a memorable adventure with Naoe and Yusuke. It's not really what we want. Until then, we thank you for your ongoing support. And it's the Kote guy. Then they have something else down here. Dear players, Assassin's Creed Shadows is a dream project for us, finally bringing the series. Okay, wait, hold on. I think this is the same thing, isn't it? Oh, it says Alta. Okay, it's an alternate image. Okay, Lee, I see him though. He be slamming people. Just delay it forever. No one wants to play as a black dude killing Asians in feudal Japan. We've seen enough of that in San Francisco. Ooh, man. He, damn, he roasting. He being blunt. 20K people like that. Oof. Brother Lee has had it. I tell you something about the Asians, man. They could be very blunt and honest. I understand what he's saying by just understanding who has the highest murder rate and murders other cultures the most. There are good people, and that culture as well too. But if you're an Asian and you see that in front of you, and then you see that coming in front of you too, and Lee is South Korean. He's also very spiritual too, as we see right here in his profile, Christ is King. He's a good individual. He's very honest and sincere. He doesn't like the victimizing nonsense. He's definitely more with the Republican mindset. And, I understand what he's saying. And there's going to be some people that do not take that very well because instead of understanding why he said those words, how he felt internally to be able to project this, there's people who are just going to get back in that extreme mindset, racist, blah blah blah, this and that. You guys know how this works, and we'll probably go down and see if we can find some of this. So don't play it dead. I won't. Just the majority of gamers. No way you buy 1,000 likes and just hate black people like that. Why would he buy 1,000 likes? He's an actor. He does very well. Why would I buy 1,000 likes on my own post, dumbass? I had to like that because I thought that was funny. It's like, no, I know. I've been looking at his stuff. He's not like that. Leave it to a Korean to be beyond racist. Now you see, what's the magic word to get what you want? Like he's just saying like this victim nonsense. I get what he's saying. Now to all the blacks that have never murdered anyone, you do the right thing. There's no problem. So it's not really trying to make this about this political identity nonsense again, but he was just more of speaking about. I wanted a Japanese game. You know what I mean? Because like I said, there's good people in every culture, but they do have the highest murder rate on the planet in every area they go to, and that's a problem. That needs to be addressed. And a lot of these issues go back to the father, the nuclear family, and this. Some people are just more ugly than other people. And I mean, you can remove all other cultures. They kill their own kind more than anyone else. And this is not trying to make this about that, but I'm just speaking facts here. I'm not going out of the way attacking nobody, saying anything. I'm speaking facts. You can't get mad at somebody for speaking facts. So you guys can look into that yourself. That's why I said I'm not going to go on a thing and show you all that. You can go see it's right there in front of you. Um, but going over here to Assassin's Creed Shadows launch delayed to February 2025, and I'll comment a little bit more on that too because Ubisoft was wrong by doing that to the African uh, individual, Yasuke. Just to touch on this a little bit more. One, giving him hip hop music is not related to the 15th, 16th century. It didn't exist. How would he even know how to get to Japan? There was no airplanes like that. You know what I mean? No, the Jesuits took him over there, and what a lot of people don't understand is that the Jesuits were slave masters. You got some people that don't understand that. He's not going to just get to Japan by himself. No, they took him there. They were on a mission here, and they tried to colonize a lot. So he felt nice, I bet, probably going somewhere else. But guys, think about this. Use your brain. He's not going to be able to just go to Nobunaga and just be like, yeah, I'm just going over here because I want to go with him. No, they let him go to him on certain terms. So the colonizers and enslavers were not Japan. It was the Jesuits, the Portuguese of Rome. They've been doing this. And even though the Pope said not to do that, but it didn't matter. They were still doing it anyways. They're running around colonizing everything. So they tried to colonize Japan through Christianity, but under the disguise of Catholicism. Catholic, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, just Catholicism. Oh my God, I can't say it today. But anyways, they tried to colonize Japan using the cross, but it's Catholics. Christianity and Catholicism is not the same. Oh man, freaking! I'm gonna drink some water. Oh, but it's not the same. And they were the ones running around doing crazy stuff when people did not want to kneel, using the Bible in the wrong means. So it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that, but there's something wrong with them. So people need to understand when they came to Japan, they didn't want to like have anything to do with that, and they knew what was going on when they saw Yasuge. They weren't enslaving anyone. They couldn't have. They don't ever leave their own territory. Even today, everybody goes over there. So it's just insane to say that Japan was the original slave, like just the original slave trade. All this nonsense is just not true. It's like, come on, guys. let's stop with this. We know who's doing that, and that was based off of a Jesuit document because they wrote that. So you're literally once again messing around with their history and trying to tell their history without their consent. That's why you got to hear from both sides. Definitely the origins, and they'll tell you the truth because they're very powerful about their culture. They're not gonna sit there and lie to you. But we see what's going on with Star Wars Outlaws. Obviously, we know this underperformed, lower than expected, profit in the current quarter as deciding factors in pushing the next installment in the Assassin's Creed franchise. The delay comes one day after PlayStation revealed its Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, that shook them up a little bit. Now, there were some people wondering if the female in there is going to be DEI. We're going to have to see about that. But I think if you're not disrespecting Japan and you're just doing it just because you want to have a female character in there, but the female character is actually historically accurate, that's not DEI. If it's like if they're working with Japan to see that. So that's where I say that we're gonna have to wait on that. And let's not jump the gun, but we're gonna find out. So this is what Ubisoft said. While the game is future complete, the learnings from the Star Wars Outlaws release led us to provide additional time to further polish the title. This will enable the biggest entry in the franchise to fully deliver on its ambition. Oh boy. Notably by fulfilling the promise of our dual protagonist adventure with Naoi and Yusuke, bringing two very different gameplay styles. Guys, y'all at Ubisoft, you have to understand that you need to realize that this was supposed to be a ninja game. It's really supposed to be a samurai game because it's an assassin and it's shadow art. That is for ninjutsu. That is for a ninja. And a Japanese male should be in there because that's his art. It's his foundation. Like you don't do that. Thomas Lockley knew that. Why did they work with Thomas Lockley? Because they wanted to present a DEI fabricated samurai. Because they didn't want to do a ninja. Because that would look weird. Pretty obvious. I think we all know that. But there was also some other article that I read saying that their staff is under attack and they're going behind the scenes and seeing what's going on because they're just not managing things the way the industry wants them to. So I think they're going to be moving some people around here in the next 5-6 months too, which is good. Get some of those people out of there that just don't belong in there because that's not the Ubisoft I knew back then. Additionally, Ubisoft says Assassin's Creed Shadows will be available on Steam on launch day. Very interesting. So they know they need those sales. They want success, so they're not keeping it on Uplay. That's a smart move. But it all depends because, like I said, we're living in this world where the election's around the corner. People are more aware of the leftist nonsense. The political eye is a lot more open, and people know about this type of stuff. So they don't want to support any of that, and it's more open than it ever has before. That's why you saw what happened to God of War Ragnarok. Even if you're involved with them, period, people are just gonna just be extreme about it, and they can't be wrong about that because they're trying to protect their gaming reality, and I don't blame them because one of the best things on earth in this ridiculous world. So we're not letting you come in here and attack it. No, we're not backing down, and it's a war till you get out. So following the softer than expected sales for Star Wars Outlaws after its August 30th release, Ubisoft says its development teams are currently fully mobilized to swiftly implement a series of updates to polish and improve the player experience in order to engage a longer audience during the holiday seasons to position Star Wars Outlaws as a strong long-term performer. Ubisoft says Outlaws will launch on Steam November 21st. So now we see they're trying to include Steam and things. But you better do things right because, like I said, they're still not going to buy that DEI stuff. There's a DEI detected page on Steam. Let me tell y'all about that if y'all don't know about it. DEI detected. This is something worth right here. Look at this, y'all. Welcome to DEI detected. You can literally go in and it'll tell you what's censored, what's detected. Censorship, I'm okay with. It's not a problem like DEI detected if the game is very good, you know? So I don't need to see cheeks that much like that if I'm too focused on a good game and, breast and all that. It is nice. I love Stellar Blade and I can't wait to see the PC version of that in 4K. And we got a Nier Automata crossover coming. Can't wait to see those. But anyways, okay. So we saw First Descendant was DEI free, and it just tells you that we knew that was censored, but it was still an amazing game. And then we see that that's DEI detected. So if you guys want to know what's going on, come here. It'll help you out. Our second, okay, hold on. Ubisoft co-founder and CEO, he's the leader, by the way, Yves Guillemot, said Wednesday an executive committee supervised by the board of directors is launching a review aimed at further improving the execution, notably in the player-centric approach and accelerating our strategic path towards a higher performance model to the benefit of our stakeholders and shareholders. So he knows they have to do better. They can't keep going like this. It's not going to work. They're going to have a hostile takeover if not. Our second quarter performance fell short of our expectations, prompting us to address this swiftly and firmly, with an even greater focus on player-centric, gameplay-first approach and an unwavering commitment to the long-term value of our brands. We must said in a statement Wednesday, although the tangible benefits of the company's transformation are taking longer than anticipated to materialize, we keep on our strategy, focusing on two key verticals, open world adventures and gas native experience. You gotta be careful with this, definitely if you're doing DEI. With objective to drive growth. Recurrence and robust free cash flow generation in our business. In the light of recent challenges, we acknowledge the need for greater efficiency while delighting players. Yeah. As a result, beyond the first important short-term actions undertaken, the executive committee, under the supervision of the board of directors, is launching a review aimed at further improving our execution, notably in this player-centric approach and accelerating our strategic path towards a higher performing model to the benefit of our stakeholders and shareholders. Finally, let me address some of the polarized comments around Ubisoft lately. I want to reaffirm that we are an entertainment-first company creating games for the broadest possible audience. I don't know. And our goal is not to push any specific agenda. Come on, man. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit more honest. People respect you more. We remain committed to creating games for fans and players that everyone can enjoy. You got some work to do. Let me tell you. So, this is the news about that. And, oh boy. There we have it, Japan. Assassin's Creed fans. Finally something. It's like, okay, you finally admitted something, but you still have to do better than that. There have been exactly zero Japanese assassins so far in Assassin's Creed Into Shadows. There have been black, Native American, Middle Eastern, North African, and lots of white assassins. I don't think it's racist to say that both the first Japanese protagonists should be Japanese. If they set a future Assassin's Creed in Zimbabwe, I think the protagonist of that game should be black. I do think in places and times where historically a great deal of diversity was present, you can justify a lot more leeway. Golden age of piracy, and futuristic AC. See, this is understanding the way things work. If you're saying that's racist because of that, then you have some type of slowness in your brain to me. So the game is good. This really wasn't a big deal either way. I just get tired of people throwing around claims of racism in order to shut down any and all debate and pat themselves on the back at the same time. You are not champions of a better world. You are just nasty little creepers on Twitter who can't read. And I'm going to add in be educated and aware properly. Diversity isn't about checking boxes. It's about telling diverse stories about many different cultures and people. AC hasn't always done this the best, but most games in the series at least attempt to encapsulate the spirit of times and places to explore. Exactly. So there we have it. Let me know what y'all think, Japan. Comment. Like I said, help me out with my page, like and subscribe. I gotta get through all this stuff. I gotta go back and take some more antibiotics, and then I gotta go through the dentist pain and all that. It's not gonna be fun, but I'm glad I survived that attack last night. Y'all, that was nuts. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a good night, evening, morning, wherever you're at. Later.